Right, well, here we are, guess where? I can't put it that way because the sun's right behind you. But guess where? Yeah, you guessed it. Your favourite place of mine, Llandudno. Well, been on the road for 7.5 hours from Cornwall. And last year, because of traffic near Birmingham, I took a bit of a diversion up the A5 and I thought, well, this year I won't do it. I'll do what the sat-nav says. So M5, M6. Well, that was the biggest mistake I made today because they've got a 9-mile barrier running up the motorway, cutting off essentially one lane, which is doing 30-40 mile an hour past you, while the other two lanes, the one I was in, or one of them I was in, doing 5 mile an hour at best. Anyway, cut a long story short, we lost about 2 hours altogether. I might delete that because I sound like I'm whinging, but we're here. So we've got a bed and breakfast, so we've got like a nice bed and breakfast up there now. We're quite used to doing this, and it's going to be a nice change, albeit I still wish I was in Cornwall. So next year we're going to have the 2 weeks down there instead of having a couple of days here. So I'm going to try and do another vlog, but let's pretend I haven't, and I'm going to say thanks for watching this video, subscribe and tick the bell. That was the pause I wanted. But I'm planning on going to Triada Bay and Anglesey tomorrow because we've got a kayak, a blow-up kayak, and we've not had it out yet. And the missus really wanted to do some kayaking. So please God, give us some good weather, or I should say the missus wanted to do some kayaking. So all being well, the weather's going to be alright, and that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So keep watching and help support the channel, you know. Oh yeah, I do a Facebook group called North West Wildlife Watchers. So if you're into wildlife, join the group. Everyone's welcome as long as they behave, and show some of your pictures. That'd be brilliant. The group's slowly growing and they're all terrific people. So that's another one for you to look for. But for now, I'm going to have a wander around with camera and see the start. The clouds are really high up. The sun's about half an hour off setting. If there's no clouds on the horizon, I may just get a nice sky. So I'm just going to hang around for that, and I'm going to call it a day. Thank you. See you next time, or see you later. What I like about landscape photography is capturing like a really exciting image, and it can be done using different techniques, which I'm learning all the time. Trying to find a nice background, a middle ground and a foreground, and doing it at the right time of day as well. I met a lot of landscape photographers who shoot like in the morning or in the evening, like an hour before sunset, an hour after sunup, like that's called the golden hour, and that's when the golden light's cast, and that's when a lot of photographers will do with photography. So I'm just here now in the golden hour, essentially in the shade though, because I think the sun's behind clouds at the moment, which it wasn't half an hour ago. So we'll just see what happens. I'll give you a little bit of a bird's eye view now with camera. It's been a while since I've been here. Not been a while since I've been at sea though, that was yesterday in Cornwall. Anyway, onward. So that's Llandudno Pier. And that is the Great Orme, which I think is a good few miles to walk around it. I know it's not showing up very well, but you can see the sun's smashing the highlights. I can't really adjust it for you really. And all these now are guest houses. There's absolutely hundreds of them. But they're all nice. It's a lovely place to come. We use it as a... I'll just put you back there again. I'll carry on waffling. I was going to go. That's a little arm, by the way. You can get up to the top of that. So we'll come here for a break because it's about an hour away, an hour and a half away from where we live. But it's nice here, it's clean, it's peaceful. And we use it like a bit of a central location as well. When we get away from the house for a night, phone's going now. Hiya. I'm directly in front of the hotel. I'm right behind the back of the bandstand on the beach. Why? Oh right, I thought you were coming up to see me. Okay. Well, I'm just going to give it another 10 minutes and see what happens with, not a bit of bird watching, see what happens with Sky. Sorry. Yeah. I just threw a stone. A bit near somebody. Alright, I know. Right, well I'm behind bandstand and I won't be much longer. I don't think I'm going to get the golden sky. No. Alright, see you later. Bye, bye. Wifey. Yeah, where was it up to? Can't remember. Yeah, I think they leave this as like a central location because you've got Anglesey, but a bit further on down the road you've got Betsicori, which is nice. There's loads of places that are really nice around here. So you can do your bed and breakfast, off you go for the day, come back, bed and breakfast, off you go. And that's what we're doing with our last 2 days basically. So Anglesey, I like going, there's an RSPB South stack on there. That's good for a bit of bird watching. But it's also got Newber Forest, which is good for red squirrels and ravens, and there's other things there. Obviously, it's a forest, it's massive. We've got Triada Bay, that's up near Southstack's, not far from there. But there's little coves and little bays there, which are lovely for spending the day there, or even a bit of kayaking if the sea's okay. Anglesey is a beautiful place anyway. Around here, you've got behind there's Angel Bay there. There's wildlife and a lovely little place behind there. Not a lot of people find that. And you've got the Great Orme, which has the Great Orme goats, which I believe is about 115 of them, thereabouts. Don't quote me on it. But that's lovely. You can have a nice walk round, and there's peregrine falcons, there's seals, it's got its own seals down the sides as well. There's other wildlife, stone chats, linnets, kestrels, everything. What more can I say about the place? It's really nice. But you go to the top of there, you've got beautiful views of Anglesey. and you'll be able to see Puffin Island down there as well, and Penmon Lighthouse, which is another place that landscape photographers tend to get off, like a classic view. Well, yeah, Newborough Forest, look it up and look up right at the bottom of Newborough Forest. When you go there, if you're a landscape photographer, there's something there which is a classic landscape photo, and I'm sorry but I can't pronounce it. You'll have to look it up. Yeah, Angus is brilliant. Mexico is lovely. You've got all the waterfalls. You've got you've got the A5, and you can carry on. You can go up to Ogwyn, which is that's beautiful. Ogwyn. Look that up on Google. You'll find all these lovely locations, and they're brilliant for days out. And it's all here. Sun starts to shine over all. See it lighting it up. See, if you were going to go for a landscape picture, I know this isn't the bestest lens, but you're getting there, aren't you? Right, I'm just going to change battery on this. Right, battery changed. So, like, what was I saying? Landscape photography. See, you're kind of getting the essence of a landscape picture here, but the camera is up high, so you can get the camera down low. I'll do it briefly for you now, but it's not going to be the bestest quality because it's not a stabilised image. But let me just show you. Let's see if we can just do something quickly. Bear with the shakiness. I'm trying to get the camera out. I'll try and keep it steady. But what you need to be doing, you need to be finding something of interest. I know it's a bit hard at this moment for this angle. I can't really do it that well. That's just a quick thing there. I wander around sometimes. I'll just do it like this for you now. I'm trying to get something of interest here. It doesn't have to be like that, does it? It can be... You can get it down like that. Someone's whistling. Oh, wife is whistling to me. Well, it's all about foreground, middle ground and background, isn't it? Imagine that with that lovely sky. If it lit up. Hi, love. She's up there. She's in the middle of the screen now. Might be a little dot. What are you doing? Are you coming down? Alright, let me come up. Wife has come down. Won't be a minute. I won't be a minute. Right, so I'll have to put this on. What? Can't hear you. Right, she's ringing me. She's only 100 yards away, or 10 yards away. She's got flip-flops on. She can't come down the beach. Hiya. Yeah, are we recording? Yeah. That's alright. No, Bob will have a beer. I'm just going to have a few cans. Alright. No, I'm out for a bit. I'm just going to wait and see what this cloud thingy does. My phone up the school. Yeah, alright. It's okay. Alright, love. Alright, I will do. Love you. Bye. 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 See, we're honest on this channel, aren't we? We show you the true life bits. That's if you've actually seen that phone call. Because I just film it as it is. I might start adding a few different effects into my camera work. We'll see. We'll see if I get loads of audience views from what I'm doing. If not, I might have to just change the way I'm doing things. Right, talking about photography one time, honestly. Right. So let me just have a look at the back again, see what we're looking at. Right, so I'm going to lower tripod. Hang on a minute now, it's coming down a little bit. Now I know there's not much on there, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick you up, and I hope I'm not too blurred. Probably too blurred this. I'm going to try and find something interesting now. To be fair, I'm at the wrong end of the beach because it's all green here. But what I do is, I might wander up and down, and sometimes, you can do it with your phones. You can look through your phones, they're brilliant. Well, these phones now, they're brilliant for photography. I might see something that looks... Oh, my camera, hang on a minute. I've left the thing off, haven't I? Sorry about that, I'll start again. So you can do it with your phones. So now you're looking for a foreground. It don't have to be anything brilliant, you're just trying to make something a bit more interesting. And sometimes something will say to you, yeah, I like that. And if you like it, somebody else will like it too. So it's just, I'm trying to make it more interesting than what you seen a minute ago when I was filming. So it might not work. Well, let's see. We're getting a reflection here, aren't we? A little bit off the water. We're getting the sky starting to change a little bit. Now that's getting a bit more interesting. But I just want to get, because of the lens I'm using, it's a wide angle lens. So I can get quite a lot of the picture in. In fact, as I see the arm now, let alone, it's not as far away as it looks. But now you start to see how things happen here. Let's just see, I've got the reflection of the water there. I'm trying to get them little stones in there a little bit. And that's what a landscape artist will do. And I'm not saying I'm hang on a minute, I'm struggling with this tripod, you see, because it's sticking in sand a little bit. But I'm trying to just show you a little bit, that's all. Now that's not masterclass. Well, don't forget, I've only just come on the beach, haven't I? I've only just walked round, I've not done any settings. Them bricks there to the left, they could be, you see it all the time, it could be driftwood, it could be a starfish or something, you know, you've seen these pictures. And you see the reflections of the water. I mean this water here, and this going up there, that's called a leading line. And the dark and the light there, going all the way now, and that is feeding your eye into the photograph. And that's it. So you've got your foreground, you've kind of got a middle ground here with all this lot, and you've got this leading line, and it's taking you in. It's like an S line now, isn't it? It's like an S line, see how it's curving in? So it's taking you away into the picture. And I'll tell you what, these here was just a little bit more interesting. And that sky now turned a really nice vivid colour. That wouldn't be a bad photograph, would it? You've got to admit it. And that's what they do. You find your composition. I'm going to take you away from it now. You find your composition that you want, and you have a crack at it. Sorry, I know this is really unprofessional, but I'm just trying to... Hang on a minute now. Just bear with... I'll put you down again, I'll put you down now. Let's just have another look at that. You're a bit tilted, you know, aren't you? Tell you what, I'll just tilt camera. There you are. That's another tip for you as well. Red draws your eye, doesn't it? What do you look at as soon as you look at that picture? You look at the red, don't you? It's like vivid colours and contrast. It takes your eye into it. Well, look at that, you've got a lot of interest there. You've got the foreground rocks, you've got the shiny water, and now you've even got a bit of scale, you've even got a bit of red. So there you go. And that's how landscape photographers will do it. So that's how they do it, and I just like sometimes I'll go out and I'll leave my big telephoto lens at home because I'm guilty of just trying to do wildlife photography all the time, and I leave I like neglect the landscape side of it. Basic daughter, Olivia. And I neglect the landscape side of it, which I really like doing. So what I do now, or every now and again, I'll just get this camera and this lens on, and I'll just go for a wander. Then I've got to take the pictures. And I think sometimes that's what a lot of photographers are guilty of. They take everything out with them. Whereas if you just say, right, today I'm going to make myself just do landscape or cityscape or whatever, town photography, urban photography. Just take one camera, one lens, a couple of batteries, 2 memory cards, and just spend the day taking pictures. Just another way to look at things, I suppose, isn't it? But that's what I'm doing now. Let's see what happens with that sky. So I just wanted to give you that little idea. So what I've done at the moment is I'll show you an example of what I've got on. That is a filter. Now the screw on the front of these lenses are round filters there, because this is a 77mm end of my lens. So I put a polarising filter on this. Now not to see through the shadows of the lights of the water, but to make the picture a little bit more vivid. A lot of landscape photographers will use filters like this. That's all I've done with this at the moment. That's why it's got a little bit more golden, shall we say. But I hope I've gone to some way of explaining how landscape photographers will do the compositions. And it's just an experimentation. Remember, if you like it, somebody else will. So it's all about practicing, really. Now, I put my camera in manual mode, and then I put it in live view at the back. I set my f-stop number, or my aperture, I'll set it to around about f11, f16, because that's got a bigger depth of field. But also, I'll set my ISO to 100, because I'm doing landscape. So the lower the ISO, the better quality of the picture. I'll also put my camera on a 10-second timer, which is dead easy to do. If you haven't got a trigger, remote trigger, use a 10-second timer, and then press your timer, press your button, 10 seconds will go by, the camera stop moving, I'll take a nice picture for you. And also when you've got it in live view, and you've set your aperture, and you've set your ISO, then all I do is just turn my wheel then, because when it's in live view, it'll show me what the picture's going to look like, and then it'll meter the picture for me, so it'll be a nice exposure. I find it very simple to do, and it is really very simple to do. And this is how we use manual basically, dead simple. So I'm just going to wait now a little bit longer. I don't know if it's going to happen. I was looking beyond the pier over there. There are clouds on the horizon, but the sun's going down behind the arm, which I can't see. I took a basic picture for you, one I was explaining a few minutes ago. I've just took a quick picture just to show you what you can do. Anyway, this might be the last year of me today. So, thanks again for watching. And hopefully, I might do a bit more tomorrow, but I'll definitely be doing some kind of photography. So I'll probably bang them on the end of this video, if it's not too long. So, thanks again for watching. Yeah, that'll do. Like a bird on the wing. You have been listening and watching Llandudno Photography. Always on the lookout for birds.